Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Exposed July 22, 2015, 12:23 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: Judges. Today and in the time of Lot. You got to hear this. There were 5 cities closely related to each other. And I'm saying these cities may have been 2, 3, 4, 5 miles apart, if that. But between the 5 cities, there were only 4 judges. And these judges made the decisions for those cities. But they made decisions based on the people's complaints and what they wanted. Kind of like they do today. Kind of. Maybe exactly like they do today, but I'll get to the point. Of the 5 cities, 4 of the cities were destroyed. 1 was saved or was spared. So why? If you read Judges 19:3, that will explain to you why that 1 was spared. But let me tell you about these 4 cities that were destroyed. There was 4 judges, and 3 of the cities had a judge decree that it was legal to have a bed in the city, a bed, B-E-D, in the city in different locations throughout the city. And if any man passed by, the citizens had the right, legal right, to take that man, force him to that bed, and have sex with him in front of all who wanted to see or watch. The point of everybody watching, not the issue. The point is men raping men was the issue. But the judge saw that he did not want to make waves with those who wanted him to be fair to everyone. So a few protested, so he gave in. So he said, okay. And I'm asking you, does that remind you of anything today? The main cause of Sodom and Gomorrah sins were the judges. And the Supreme Court took the Bible from the schools today to not offend anyone who did not believe in the Bible. The Supreme Court judges then took prayer out of schools to keep from offending anyone who didn't believe in prayer. The Supreme Court judges then made abortion legal, so not to offend the girls who didn't want to bear the children from the sex that they had with strangers or whoever, contrary to God. Now, the Supreme Court judges said okay to marry man to man and woman to woman, that's today, as to not offend anyone. Did you get that? Year 2015, our Supreme Court judges said okay for man to marry man and woman to marry woman as not to offend anyone. What about the Supreme Court's judges looking into the problems of making these things legal rather than not worry about, or rather than worrying about, offending God. No, we don't want to offend that guy because he's gay and wants to marry a gay and deem it a marriage. We don't want to offend him, but offend God? Sure, offend him. A rainbow flag was raised just below the American flag in Israel. For your information, I'm sure some of you know, it tells the world America is going to become another Sodom and Gomorrah. It offends God. But you're doing it. Wow. All right, that's part of one. And the other will be quick. Perry Stone, in recent gay marriage Supreme Court decision preview. If you want to go there, that's the title. Is Perry Stone on recent gay marriage Supreme Court decision. And it's only 5 minutes. But it's a blog that you really need to see. We offended God again. America has to be judged. If not, God will need to go back and tell Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm sorry for destroying you. Look, in my growing up days, closets was a place to hang clothes. It wasn't a place that strange people came out of. And that's not Perry Stone speaking there, by the way. Guys, think about this. What the Supreme Court judges are doing, and many rulings they have made solely based on not offending one person. This is why there's no prayer in schools, because that one lady was an atheist. And she didn't want her son to hear prayers. And all the Bibles in the schools. I mean, even saluting the flag is gone. But everything was based on very irrational judgment. It wasn't based on principles. It was based on giving in to someone that you don't want to offend, a single gay person, or a single atheist, or a single person who was great grandfather was a slave. You know what? My great grandmother, in fact, my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. They took all her land, all her mothers and fathers, all their parents and all their parents' lands away and moved them to Oklahoma. This is where my grandmother was born. And her parents died on their trip coming back to where they were taken from. Shouldn't I be jumping up and raising Cain about that? I have more right to raise Cain than the blacks do. And they still won't shut up. I'm not against them. I'm just against your idea of whose fault. I blame you as much as you blame white people. Jody Wolf exposed.